Disclaimer: Uchenna Mbunabo TV 02. What happens when love chooses you, but religion tries to tear you apart? This is not just a movie. When Love Prays is an emotional journey, one that speaks to the heart, challenges tradition, and reminds us that sometimes the strongest battles are not fought with fists, but with faith. Sit back because this story will touch you in ways you don't expect. A love that was never safe. From the very beginning, When Love Prays throws us into a relationship that already feels like it's standing on fragile ground. Hamza, a successful and composed Muslim businessman, meets Ifunaya, a soft-spoken but deeply devoted Christian woman raised in a pastor's home. Their connection is natural, effortless, almost like it was meant to be. But in a society where religion is not just belief, but identity, culture, and family honor, this love becomes dangerous. They didn't just fall in love, they crossed a line. And instead of seeking approval, they make a bold decision. They marry in secret. That one decision sets off everything that follows. The weight of family expectations. If you've ever grown up in a Nigerian home, you already know. Marriage is never just between two people. It is family, it is tradition, it is expectation. Hamza's father had already arranged a marriage for him, a union that would strengthen business ties and preserve family legacy. To him, love is secondary, responsibility comes first. On the other side, Ifunaya's parents believe strongly in faith, values, and spiritual alignment. To them, marriage without shared belief is like building a house on sand. So when the truth comes out, everything explodes. Words are exchanged, hearts are broken, and lines are drawn. At some point, it stops being about love and becomes a battle of pride, religion, and control. Drama that feels too real. One thing this movie does exceptionally well is how real the conflicts feel. These are not just scripted arguments, they feel like conversations happening in real homes across Nigeria. You see parents speaking out of fear, not hatred, children trying to choose happiness without disrespect, traditions clashing with modern choices, and honestly, some of the scenes will make you uncomfortable because they mirror reality too closely. There's shouting, there's rejection, there's emotional manipulation. At some point, Hamza is forced to choose his family or the woman he loves, and that choice costs him everything. Love under pressure. Marriage is already difficult. Now imagine adding religious tension, family rejection, emotional isolation. That's the reality Hamza and Ifunaya face. Even within their love, cracks begin to show. Not because they don't love each other, but because the pressure around them is overwhelming. There are moments where silence replaces affection, moments where doubt creeps in, moments where you wonder, is love really enough? But somehow they keep holding on, and that's what makes their story powerful. Nainji with flavor, humor in chaos. Now let's talk about something Nainji would always deliver: comic relief. In the middle of all the tension, we get moments that make you laugh out loud. The miyankuka versus egusi soup argument, pure gold. It's funny, yes, but also symbolic. Even food becomes a representation of cultural identity and difference. And those small moments, they balance the heaviness of the story beautifully. Because real life is like that. Even in pain, there are moments of laughter. The turning point that changes everything. Just when you think the story has reached its peak, it takes a deeper emotional turn. Their child is born, and instead of celebration, tragedy follows. The baby is diagnosed with a serious heart condition. Suddenly, all the arguments, pride, and religious differences feel small, because now it's not about who was right, it's about survival. When Love Finally Prays. This is where the movie earns its title. In one of the most powerful scenes, something unexpected happens. The same families who once stood against each other now stand together, praying, not separately, not divided, but united. Muslim prayers, Christian prayers, one child, one hope. That moment is not just emotional, it's symbolic. It tells us something simple but profound, that at the end of the day, humanity comes before religion. And in that hospital room, we see something beautiful. Not just love between a couple, but healing between families. Performances that carry the story. The actors truly bring this story to life. Hamza's character feels grounded and mature. You can see his internal struggle, wanting to honor his family yet unable to deny his heart. Ifunaya's performance is quiet but powerful. She doesn't shout or overact. Instead, she carries pain with grace, and that makes her even more relatable. And then there's the mother figure, strong, dramatic, and unforgettable. She brings both humor and intensity, reminding us of the classic Nigerian matriarch we all recognize. Together, the cast makes the story believable. The big challenge: length. Let's be honest, this movie is long, very long. At over 3 hours, it demands patience. There are moments where scenes feel stretched, conversations repeat, the pacing slows down. You might find yourself checking the time at some point, but if you stay with it, the emotional payoff is worth it. Production and style. This is not a flashy film, and it doesn't try to be. The focus is simple: tell the story, deliver emotion, connect with the audience. The camera work is straightforward. The settings are familiar: homes, offices, hospital rooms. Nothing too cinematic, nothing too experimental. And honestly, that simplicity works in its favor because it allows you to focus on what truly matters: the story. The message that stays with you. When the movie ends, one thing remains clear. This is a story about unity. Not forced unity, not perfect unity, but unity born from understanding, pain, and shared humanity.